is good, everyone? It is the guy that everyone loves to blame shit on and hate when shit doesn't go right. Your boy, the Crooked Commish, back at it again for the Bears pregame show, Clubhouse Chicago pregame show. Happy you guys can join us here. We're happy to be back. We got Amp ready to go. Of course, he's amped up. He's been chomping at the bit, just like the Bears have in practice. Can't wait to get back onto the show and chop it up with you guys. Talk Bears football. We have a lot to talk about. They have a lot of opinions to give. We have Coach Chef as well. They want to talk about, obviously, the draft that just happened a while back, free agency, give their takes on if they approve or disapprove on the Bears what they've been doing and the moves that they've been making. Also give their opinion on the new head coach, Ben Johnson. I'm sure they will like him, and if not, they will probably grow to like him if the W's come our way. So, but like I said, we got a lot to get into. We also have the Bears Dolphins game coming up here in a few hours. There's only 2 games going on this Sunday, and our beloved Bears are one of the 2 games. So, unfortunately, we will not be seeing the likes of QB1 Caleb Williams. Him, along with some of the other starters, have been told that they will not be playing in this game, unfortunately. If it was up to me personally, I would like to see him out there, even if it's just for a series or 2 to hand off the damn ball. I just want to see and make sure that the offense is crisp. You know, they can get in and out of the huddle without the play clock expiring or something along those lines, you know. So, but it's not up to me, unfortunately. So we'll just have to roll with the punches and kind of trust Ben Johnson and stuff. So, but I also have a theory on maybe why they're not playing in these games. So, or at least this first game, I should say. But anyways, before we get too far into it, let me go ahead and hit the intro and get the rest of the group in here. So grab a drink, hit the like button, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go. And just like that, we're back. So let's go ahead and get to the rest of the group in here so we can start chopping it up and get into the Bears pregame show and, of course, other Bears news and stuff. So first man up, let's go ahead and get him in here. He is on level 10, and that means he is amped the fuck up. Amp, what's good?
What's good, Quirker Commish? How you feel, man?
Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what this offense and what our 2025 Bears are going to look like. So,
yeah. I'm curious, man. I'm curious. I'm curious.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
that's probably the best way to put it. All of us are.
Yeah.
Eager.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get our other member in here as well. Like I said, was with us last year with the pregame show. Back at it again. Coach Chef, welcome back.
Been here every year, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
We going.
What's cooking, baby?
Wily veteran. He's
it's
a
like
wily
year
veteran.
5 now, man. It's like year 5, I believe. We got this cracking before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I want to say
for sure.
Yeah. Year four. What's cooking?
But we haven't been doing the pregame show for 5 years, so that's why
You're
I
right.
say
4 years. 4 years. 4 years.
What's cooking, Chef? What's cooking, bro?
Life, man. Life. What's going on?
Yeah. Man, I'm good, man. I'm good.
It'll be I want to say for one night only, but it'll really be for like 3 nights. I'll be home in the next week. Home, for those who don't know, obviously, is Illinois, because I am an Arizona resident currently. So,
all right. So, are you gonna be in the suburbs? You gonna be in my part?
Yeah, we in the south suburbs. My lady's in my better half. She's in a wedding for a friend of hers, and we bringing the whole family home. See some cousins. It's one of my cousin's son's birthday, so we getting the kids with the cousins, and we going to a wedding. I'm trying to see how many people I can chop it up with, get some food.
Right. Hey. Well, you have my number, right? Or I'll take yours.
Yeah. I have it. We in the chat. We in chat. But
okay.
What's up, everybody? Crooked. Thank you. We got it. We haven't seen each other since our endeavor in golf. Correction. My endeavor in golfing. I've been golfing for the first time. Thank you, Crooked.
You're still recovering.
Man, bro, if you ain't never tried something and was absolutely trash at it, man, that golf thing, man, that is something humbling. Else. Humbling is the realest word you could think of. I've never been so bad at a sporting activity in my entire life, except maybe tennis.
Okay. That's understandable.
Tennis is one of them other sports where you're like, oh, this is way different than it look on TV. right. But excuse the lack of usual energy. It's good to see both of you fellas. It's good to see
you too, bro.
It's good to see our people in Bearsverse, Bears Multiverse, and back on YouTube. We haven't been on since before. Last time I was on, we hadn't hired a coach yet, I think, or it was right after the Bears happened.
It was right after.
Okay. Because we went on before, had like we had a show about who we were gonna hire, all the candidates, and then we went on after. So yeah, good to see everybody. What up?
So Foul Mouth C, thank you for joining us. He was in the chat saying good morning. So good morning to you.
What's up?
Grand Rising. So
good morning, Foul, and officially to the world for us for the world to hear us say it. Congratulations on your nuptials. Yes, brother got married. It's been a while now, but for us to say it, the world can hear.
Mm-hmm. What's good, Foul? What's good? Congratulations, man. Yeah.
Well, guys,
congratulations, bro.
Absolutely, congratulations to Foul. He looks happier than ever now on the show, but and that baby boy is keeping him up. So, but Ricky is growing before our eyes. Day after day, he comes on. He's looking, more and more like his daddy. So
that is true.
So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. A lot has happened, with our Bears here. Like I said, we got a new head coach. We damn near got a whole new offensive line. And then we have some new offensive weapons, obviously, of course, that we got through the draft. So, Amp, start with you. What are your thoughts on the new pieces that we have acquired on the offseason between the coach, the O-line, and the guys with gotten in the draft? What are you most excited about?
Well, pretty much, I don't know about excitement, man, more curious and everything, but I was definitely pleased that we went out and got who was considered the best coach on the market. I was pleased about that. And what Ryan Poles did in the draft on paper right now, it looks good. I'm happy about that. I'm not pleased with them not playing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know you guys are in Arizona, but here, all during the OTAs, we're hearing, the local announcers talking about how good they look in OTAs and how crisp they were. And I'm thinking like, man, what? Nobody has on any shells, man. Don't tell me how good they look in OTAs. I want to see some hitting. I
Right.
want to see some hitting, and
Right.
I want to see. Most importantly, I want to jump off of this real quick. I want to see number 18 when play action. Once he turns his back to the defense, I want to see can he understand what defense is in front of him once he turns back around.
All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm really curious about that, man.
Coach Chef, what are your thoughts on what the Bears have done in the offseason? Like I said, all their acquisitions.
Um, it's exciting. Obviously, it's a time to have new energy as a Bears fan. Obviously, the unknown, uh, like entirely new staff. We've got some familiar faces. Ben Johnson, for those who come from Big Ten country, and for who are from Illinois and the south side of Chicago. We've got Antoine Randall, who's going to the rival school of mine. I'm a Thornridge alumni. He went to Thornton, so that's a rivalry in the south suburbs, right on the cusp of Chicago. He's the receiver coach. You got quarterback coach and former Ohio State coach and
JT
legend
Barrett.
there, Gary T. Barrett. It's a lot of faces, man. We got Eric Bieniemy as the running back coach. He was a former OC. His last stop was at UCLA as an OC. He has some Super Bowl rings as the offensive coordinator. Just we have a young OC who looks like we were doubting the OC hire, but you feel good about these hires, man. The things you hear about from the media and from other pundits who are not just national pundits. You really want to listen to kind of the local pundits who are there day in day out. The coaching staff looks legit. The offensive line looks solid, minus the battle at left tackle, but that's exciting because I think we underrate some of the talent we have at the left tackle. I'm excited for the weapons, the receivers. I'm excited for everything, man. You want to see this going, but as I've aged, as I've seasoned, I understand that things are not going to be on all cylinders the moment they hit the field for Game 1 versus Minnesota. So I'm excited for the long haul, the journey of this season, not just is Caleb going to be throw for 4 touchdowns and 300 yards in the first game. I want to see the maturation and the growth of this young man because he's a young man, and I want to see the maturation and growth of this team, this head coach, this coaching staff, the weapons. I'm excited for everything. I'm excited, but I'm keeping a realistic mindset.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, because we've seen this story before, and very, very recently. I think
True.
one of the
every time we're fans, we have no choice.
well, and it's one of those things where it's like I can understand to a point the whole thing of like, hey, this is year one in a new offense that's complicated, so don't expect too much. You got to be a bit patient with him and blah blah blah. But it's like we heard that with Trubisky, we heard that with Fields, and it's like I'm getting stale of hearing that be patient shit because we've been patient for the last, to be nice, the last 6 to 8 years, but realistically, it's been way longer than that. So
for about a day now.
Yeah. So our patient level is only so much, and it doesn't help when you hear that this kid's supposed to be something special, and you weren't hearing that with guys like with Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels, and I get that they've had more college experience, so they've had more time to play, but what do you call it? You want to see the results that you're getting out of Denver and stuff here out of Bo Nix. What Bo Nix is doing in Denver, Chicago fans want to see that shit here sooner rather than later.
Do we want to see what
Bo
Nix has?
We want to see
not just Bo Nix, how
well he's playing.
Daniels,
did you
Daniels
see
and Washington? Yeah, that's what we want to see. Yeah.
Did you see a bit different Bo Nix? Because I saw.
I'm here for the long game, man. Football is now a 17-game season. Although the average lifespan of an NFL player is 3.5 years or 3.2, whatever you want to say, the odds that Caleb's going to be around for more than that is, I would say, it's a certainty. unless it's some unforeseen injury. Jaden Daniels, miraculous rookie year. It happens, but he had to continue this thing. Like this isn't over just because he had an amazing rookie year, which was propelled by the Hail Mary win based off a head coaching staff that was not focused enough to get their team together for that last play. Let's not completely bring that back up, but let's be realistic. But like I said, I'm realistic. Football takes some time sometimes. You got to let it out. You just let it breathe. What do you wine drinkers say? You got to let it breathe.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Let what breathe? Let what breathe, man? Check this out. Let me hold on a sec. I'll let you chop it up. You said the offensive line has improved. We don't know that. We did pick up some good pieces. We did. We made a nice draft. We did good in the draft. We got some great free agents on the offensive line. But how do we know that they have improved? We haven't seen them.
Well,
we haven't seen them.
The good thing about that is in the training camp reports, what we've been hearing, we haven't been hearing any complaints about the offensive line.
Yeah, so but what we have
compared to past years, where
what we have been hearing, Commish, is that our QB1 looks
he's up and down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice. We'll say up and down. We'll say up and down. So
look good. Look like he struggled based on the reports. Based on all accounts, things like, yes, we want to see them. We want to see what's going on. But based on all accounts, when they went full pass for the first year, for the first week, and when they just had these scrimmages against Miami, we've had people who've been on the beat for decades say this is the most physical camp they've seen as reporters in years. Some of them who've been on the beat for decades have said this has been the most physical camp since Lovie Smith. So for the ex defensive coach we had last year who's with the Cowboys, I think that most of the beat writers have been fairly realistic, optimistic. I mean, obviously you have some trepidation because of Caleb. Let's also remember this. Caleb didn't have a horrible rookie season. He had he had 2 head coaches. He had 3 different play callers. Mm-hmm. So let's not act like the kid out here and threw for 2,000 yards and threw for 10 touchdowns and threw for 25 interceptions. He didn't look bad.
No, so your point is what, man? Your point is what? So if the Bears don't win double digits this year, the kid's okay. 18 is good. He's good. Because let me get this out. Let me get this out right now before I forget. Because it's a new coaching staff, it's a new system, and so give the kid a chance to learn. And if he wins 7 games, we're great. We're good at that. I'm not. Hey, and most importantly, before everybody starts jumping in on me, this is my opinion. I'm not good with a single season win this year. I won't be good with that. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for double digits. I'm looking for 10 or more. I've seen single win seasons for the last 4 years. So whether it was with number 18 or whoever the quarterback was, I'm tired of that. I prefaced it by saying we went and got the best possible coaches, and Coach Chef agreed with that. Bahanami, Dennis Allen, Ben Johnson. We got the best possible coaching staff that on paper. So anything, my opinion, Amp's opinion, anything under single win is a failure.
And I feel the frustration there. Like, I get what you mean there, where you're tired of seeing the single wins. Trust me, I think all of us on the panel and in the clubhouse are definitely tired of seeing single wins, because that's not going to get you into the playoffs. But when we were talking backstage, I'm realistically seeing at the Bears this season, I'm thinking they're going to get anywhere from 7 and maybe topping out, if things go right, 9 wins. But I think what I'm mostly looking at this season with Caleb is not so much the win total, although it can't be abysmal. It can't be in the trash. But I'm looking more at his stat lines and what he did in the season. Because last year he finished with about 20 touchdowns, So I don't think it's too much to ask if this season, if he finishes anywhere from 26 to 28 touchdowns, and then his interception rate's going to go up from 6 to maybe 12 to 15. And then his yardage is where I really want to see it. Because I'm thinking they're going to, with Ben Johnson, he wants him to push the ball downfield and not be so hesitant. And like, if you're going to throw an interception, fuck it, throw an interception, but take the chance, and rather than taking a sack or, just scrambling for your life and whatnot, doing what you did last year. So if
that's the point. That's the point, Commish.
Yards, I'd be okay with that.
That's my point right there. Don't take the interception. Don't throw the interception. Throw the doggone ball out of bounds, man. Throw it out of bounds. And if you have to, take the sack. Don't toss it up in the air. Don't toss it up in the air. Well, you know what I'm saying? Take the sack. Take the sack or throw it out of bounds.
If he's throwing it into triple coverage or throwing the ball up in the air and being like that, yes, those are bad. But if he's trying to get it into a window and whatnot, and
no, I'm talking about what I seen at Family and Friends night. I'm talking about what I seen at Family and Friends night. He was under pressure. He's under pressure, right? And instead of checking it out of bounds, he had defenders coming in, you know what I'm saying? The pocket was collapsing, and he just threw it up in the air. Like, we've seen that before. Throw it out of bounds or take the sack. I want to see some growth, man.
Well, yeah, I agree. And
that's the key word. The key word is exactly what you said. Growth. And when things grow, it starts out what? Starts out slow typically. You're growing plants. You're growing. Your father, just like we're all fathers. The growth of our children, the maturation of our children, it takes time for you. You both of you have adult children or older kids. My kids are really young, so I'm here for the long haul, man. Just like Caleb, I got an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old. I don't know what they're gonna be when they're 18, 13, 34, 48. I don't know, but I'm here for it. And you're ready to. I can't be like, hey, my 8-year-old, hey, bro, hey, go out there, go put up 15 jump shots from the free throw line. Like, he ain't there yet. I gotta put the work in to help him, or I gotta find somebody who can. So what I'm saying is, yes, I want success, but I want to see the success from a game to game. Excuse me, from a series to series, from a game to game perspective. If hypothetically you say you want to see double-digit wins. Double-digit wins since it's a 17-game season, that means 10-7. 10-7 nowadays don't guarantee you the playoffs. We're in a probably the toughest.
I didn't say playoffs. I didn't say playoffs. I said double digits, and that's what I meant. Double digits. Whether we make the playoffs or not. Go ahead.
In those 10 wins, we got 10 wins. Is this will get you to double digits. We saw double-digit wins from Mitch Trubisky as a rookie, and I was never pleased at what I saw.
Don't have me going back to Mitch Trubisky. I thought we wasn't going to do that. I thought we wasn't going to do that because we can go back to JF1. We can go back to JF1. Let's not do that, man. Let's not do that.
I want it as a guy who watches football, not just as a fan, but as a purist. I want to see this guy look better and better every week. Hey, say he only throws for 175, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. It's a little shaky because of the offense. I think that this coaching staff and their high standard, they even said it in a press conference, the standard for Caleb is going to be high. Ben Johnson said, hey, I want to see 4,000 yards. I want to see 70% completion percentage. I want to see 70. He said 70% completion percentage. I want to see him at 4,000 yards. He said in a previous, we plan on Caleb throwing for multiple years of 4,000 yards and breaking all the Bears passing records. He has high expectations. We've heard him. He's got on the offense's ass for not lining up. He's kicked guys out of drills for being in the wrong spot. In the wrong spot when you're a purist of football means, hey, if I want you to be at the top of the numbers or I want you to be on the inside of the hash, that's where you're supposed to be because we coaching this shit up. So it takes time for. I look at a stat like Ben Johnson's first year as a play caller with Detroit. When he had Jared Goff. Jared Goff, who had gone to the Super Bowl, but had some things to prove, Started off pretty slow
as well.
Number one pick. I was a golf that year coming out. I ain't gonna lie. I was a golf guy more than I was a wins guy. But be it as it may, I think that guy was really tough. I've seen that guy take a lot of hits in the Pac-10 at the time, or Pac-12 technically, although the Pac-12 doesn't exist anymore. And they started off kind of slow, but he finished the year with like a 3-to-1 or something turnover ratio. So look, even for a guy who had been in the league, the guy had been to Super Bowl, the guy had produced. It took time to get settled in these offenses, man. So, but we got a more athletic quarterback. I'm not saying he's a better. I don't think he's a better passer. I think I've been a fan, or I've been a person who admires Goff's throwing ability since he was in college. So I think that, like once again, yes, I want to see wins, but I want to see growth. I want to see growth from the offense, from the quarterback, from the coaching staff. And I also do think that you got to kind of start off fast, because, you know, the schedule's going to heat up. I'm trying to bring up the schedule now online, because I've got the
I got it right here. I got it right here.
Like their first 5 games, like you got to come out. You got to come out that minimum 2 and 3 the first 5 games. I know we haven't gotten that far yet, but I want to see a daily growth. Like, first 4. No, I say the first 5, because even after the bye week, like, you know, obviously we got to come back against the Commanders, but you got to come out of this at worst 2 and 3, at best 4 and 1. But we're kind of jumping ahead a little bit.
Yeah, we are. Let's.
We are.
I want to get competition.
I want
position.
Let's take baby steps. Let's take baby steps right now.
Yeah.
But now we take baby steps.
The Bears. This team.
No.
If they don't beat Minnesota and J.J. McCartney, we have a problem. I mean, Minnesota's defense is stout, but J.J. McCartney, as a passing quarterback, if they can't, and I'm a Dennis Allen fan. I love Dennis Allen coaching defense. This guy he's a master. He's a craftsman. If he can't get to J.J. McCartney, we're going to have problems the entire season.
I don't know. It's still it'll still be early, and it's nothing that Kevin O'Connell is not someone like, he's a good offensive coordinator, good coach as well. So I mean, it's not like it's not like.
But the numbers that Ben Johnson's offense put up against Minnesota are astounding. I'm talking about the defensive side. I'm not talking about the offensive side. I'm talking about the defense getting to J.J. McCartney in that offense. That's what I'm talking about. The numbers speak for themselves when it comes to Ben Johnson coaching against Minnesota offensively, calling plays against Minnesota offensively. They're off the charts, man. Ben Johnson owns them. If we're going to go back to Detroit, yeah.
So
that's what I got.
So let me play a clip here. I got a clip that I downloaded from one of the other major talking heads here. Get your opinion on this upcoming game here, because we got about 2 hours before kickoff now officially. So
it is 8 o'clock Mountain Time, brother. You can see it in my face.
Hey, but
long night.
Watching this game.
Long night, bro.
Here. We're.
I mean, yeah, but long night because of work, family type stuff. Not. I ain't been out in these streets a lot lately.
Well, anyways, let's get into it. Let's watch this clip real quick, and then I want to get your guys' opinions on what they talked about here, and the upcoming game here against the Dolphins. So.
Season games. So if you have a joint practice, which not everybody does, I don't know if the Colts were in the middle of a joint practice before their preseason game last night where Richardson got hurt. I know the Bengals weren't. And it's smart you got to give Zach Taylor some credit here, because they've started out the last couple seasons 0-2, 0-3, and they've been bad. And they like literally the players were pondering it in OTA. Should we play in the preseason? There was like a fun exchange with Jamar Chase and some reporters where he's like, yeah, it sounds like we should, because the operation clearly is not crisp enough. Now, does that mean that this is going to spell bad things for the Bears or foreshadow that it won't look good? Offensively, no, because you do have the joint practice. And you have another joint practice. I don't think every team that has joint practices has two in back-to-back weeks. So clearly they're putting the emphasis there and valuing that against two AFC East opponents, teams that they're not going to see this season, but teams that, they feel will, allow them to get the type of work in that they really wanted to do in games in a setting that's more controlled, where they can rep certain things and where they can see certain looks to benefit both sides. And I think that work is probably just as important as what you'd see from the offense in one or two series out there in a game.
So a little bit of context real quick, talking about with the Bengals and how we saw yesterday they had their starters playing for the most part. Joe Burrow was out there. Chase was out there. Compared to with the Bears today, Williams is unfortunately not going to be playing along with some of the other number ones and whatnot. And it looks like now rolling into that, the amount of joint practices and how much emphasis they put into joint practices and whatnot. So what are your guys' opinion real quick on Williams and a lot of the number ones really not getting any kind of reps today? You agree, disagree? And then two, what are your opinions on the joint practices and whatnot? Do you think those are more valuable, like Courtney was saying, than seeing actual live game tape?
Go ahead, Coach Jeff. Go ahead. I'll go last.
I think for the NFL, that's a newer thing. Amp, you're old enough guy to remember when it was a 14-game regular season, 6-game preseason. Then they went to 16-game regular season, 4-game, a preseason now with 17-3. So the games the number of games technically has always been the same, the number of games. But teams, camps were more physical back, more double two-a-days, rosters were huger. So guys were hitting off the bat. I think it's just the maturation of the game where it's come from with the whole teams meeting. And like she said, not every team does the joint practices. I think the joint practices, when you see other competition, when you have live repping, it helps, but obviously it's not an NFL game. You don't have to crowd. You don't have to warm up. Typically in these situations, still the coaches are kind of on the field, kind of like, a spring practice type deal. But you're seeing other competition and other talent. So the things we were hearing about how dominant the defense looked, I buy into that. Caleb looking good here, misses here, some deep passes to Loveland and all the accounts you hear, they all sound great. Would you like to see it in a preseason game? Look, I'm not as old school as Frank, although I'm older than Frank. Frank and JB. But yes, I would like to see it on the field. But like you said, kind of in your opening, you're like, yeah, I want to see him maybe hand the ball off for a series. Like, is handing the ball off and throwing a quick slant on one drive, is that really what you want to see? Sure. If that was the case, for me, I want to see new offense, first-year head coach, first-year coordinator, a veteran defensive. I would prefer to see a quarter, but is that realistic? Probably not in the first game. So, like I said, I'll take what I can get. I would like to ask you to bring up that very last, not the last message from Foulmouth, but from Swaggy something or other. Bring up his last comment. The Caleb better figure it out quick. This the NFL. Everybody got time for that? Yeah, we do got time. You know why? Because I see guys like Geno Smith who sat behind Eli Manning, putting up 3,000 yards and all that other stuff. So come on, man. I know he's not the kid's going to be in the league for a decade, bro. Like, he's not a Kyle Manungai who we hope that he makes the team. But we'll talk about that a little later as well. Look, it sounds good. I want to see it on the field. But if you saw the Vikings and their young quarterback who missed the whole year, a former Michigan quarterback, he came out, he had a solid drive. They went for a field goal, and then he got off the field. He went 6 for 8 or whatever it was. If we saw that from Caleb, is that going to make us feel that much better?
The only reason why I say that is because a lot of the camps we've been hearing that there's a lot of delay of games and false starts going through that. So I just would want to see that have that part be crisp. Get in and out of the huddle, get the play call in, even if it's a fucking handoff. Cool. Let me show me that you can do those small little things first, real quick to make me feel better and not thinking like, do we or do we not have this figured out game one? Amp, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll answer that for you, Chef. Yes, absolutely. That'll make me feel better. Absolutely. And first of all, let's go back. Let's go back to the joint practicing. I love it. I love it because all during training camp, the majority of training camp, they can't go full force, man. You going against somebody else, you get to stick somebody besides your teammate. Yeah, I love it. I love it that your quarterback is being shown defenses that 9 out of 10 times he's not seeing from his own team. Yeah, I love it. I love the joint practices. What I don't like, and I'm just going to be a little bit amped up about this, it's this fact that we having joint practices and not starting the starters. What, man? What have they shown? What have they shown in camp where you can't go a series? Our starters can't go a series, one series, what, 2 series, what, man? I mean, what's the definition of insanity? Repeating the same mistake and expecting different results. This is 3 years, 4 years running, man. Come on, man.
I will agree. That is true.
Yeah, it's time, man. It's time to stop that part, man. It's time to stop that part. That first preseason game, no, they won't start. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that, man. If it's understood, it need not be said.
I hear you on there. Like I said, what I'm thinking.
I'm sorry. I'm going to ask a really quick, irrelevant question. You guys might be mad at me. I'm a big fan of the Little League World Series and the Softball World Series. I grew up watching it as a kid. I know we're doing this participation thing with kids now. Did they all, like, I know they used to mandatorily, like, you have to have so many players playing the game. I'm sorry, it's really off, but it's on the TV now. Got the laptop, got the phone. Did they always let, like, 12 people bat just so everyone gets a turn? Or was it, like, mandatory subbing? Like, I just looked at a lineup and I saw 12 batters. Have they always done that in the Little League World Series?
No, they haven't.
Multiple outfield.
No, that's new. That's new. Well, I thought it was crazy. That's the last couple of years. The last couple of years, man. Yeah.
Like, I know there's rules on hockey, because there was rules prior, like in Little League. Hey, certain kids have to play. Like, you can't play the whole 9. You got to sub in the series, and kids have got to get a shot. But I looked at the lineup. I said, 12 batters. What the hell? Doesn't that throw off? Okay, I just had to ask that question. I'm sure. I mean, the Little League World Series is older than all 3 of us. So, I just thought I've been watching it since I was a shorty. So I was like, 12 batters? When the hell we start doing that shit? Okay.
Yeah, that's different. The lineup's grown. So Foul Mouse asking, so you want them just to go out there right after having joint practices and risk getting hurt 2 or 3 days later? So, I mean, you should
check this out. Let me respond to that.
Before you go off, I want to say that's a double-edged sword. Before you go off, I know you're heated. You're gonna give yourself more. I'm gonna give you more time than what I'm gonna say right now. That's a double-edged sword. One, it's football. People get hurt, so they gotta play. That's one. Come on, any of us who play football at any level, you gotta play to get better. So I agree with Amp there about the game. Like, it's just not enough for they played. They did say that the first team had more reps than the second or third team in those joint practices. But let's not do the whole thing. They just played in a scrimmage. We don't play them in a game. If that's what you're going to say, then I agree with F 100%. If you're comparing those two things, then yes. Do I think they need to play? I'm going to trust the coaching staff. Just on that comment alone. Go ahead, Am.
Check this out, Foul. Check it out. Yes, they need to play. And yes, there is a possibility of someone getting hurt. It's football. Check it out. Not only do we need to see the players play, in preseason, we need to see the coaches coaching the first string, the first unit, man. We need to see what they have. So, yeah, man, they may get hurt. We've been saying that for 4 years. On the far as the first preseason game, we're not going to play because they may get hurt. And then what happened? That second preseason game, they come out and they look like trash. I'm not saying this team is going to do that, but man, Man, steel sharpens steels, man. Come on, man. Yeah, they need to play.
My theory on and who knows how correct this is, but my guesstimation on why they're not playing this Sunday is because they played so well on Friday with the joint practice. I think had that joint practice not gone as well. No, because if you look at the reports, even the Dolphins beat reporters, the Bears didn't just like, oh, they barely won or whatever. Like apparently they dominated that joint practice. They're Caleb Williams and whatnot.
Yeah. But for both beat writers for both teams, the Dolphins, bro, the reports were that the Dolphins got their ass whooped on the field, and then the Dolphins were whooping each other's ass on the field as well. Like the Bears had them fighting themselves on the field, bro. And you expect
had that not happen,
yeah,
right? Had that not happened, maybe we would be seeing on them. But because they dominated and looked so good, therefore Ben Johnson kind of like, okay, well, you'll play more in the second than what?
One series for your quarterback. One series for your quarterback in a new system.
And you
came out. Ben Johnson came out and said that he was going to put everything. He's going to load this kid up, which I agree with. Just pile it on him. Just pile it on him, and then what the kid absorbs and what he's good at, then you start taking it away, and then you implement that into the game plan. Well, why not? Why can't we see that? Me personally, the majority of his snaps since he's been here has been shotgun. I want to see him under center. I want to see him play action from under center. I want to see that, man. You know what I'm saying? I want his back turned to the defense, him to turn around, and then him to figure it out within 3 seconds. What? And so if he doesn't do it next week and next preseason game, what? Everybody's going, oh, he should have played. Oh, he would have got hurt. Oh, he looks bad because he didn't play. Nope, no excuses.
I just don't see.
No excuses.
Don't see much difference between if Caleb gets hurt in first season preseason game number 1, or if he gets hurt like Aaron Rodgers did in like 4 plays in game number 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, I've always said that. What's the difference?
Yeah.
I can agree with both of you on both aspects. I've always had an issue with let me see one drive. What if they look like shit on the first drive? Because if they look like shit on the first drive, then of course, what you're going to say? Well, shit, I want to see another drive. I want to see a drive that ends in more than a 3 and out. Because a drive can end in 3 plays. Shit, a drive can end in 1 play with a turnover. So that one drive idea, that is a little problem that I've never liked. I didn't like that as a kid. I didn't like that as a teenager. I didn't like that as a young adult. I don't like it now as a grown man. I've never liked that concept. But I will agree, it's football. We all agree you can get hurt anytime. And what's the difference between him, hypothetically, God forbid, tearing his Achilles on play 7 of the preseason compared to play 2 of the regular season? No one's going to be like, he tore his Achilles the first correction. He got hurt in the first series of a regular season game and then blame it on the preseason. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. You got to be smarter than that. Or he got hurt in the preseason. Oh, we've ruined the season. Why is he even out there, bro? It's football. Like,
it's football.
Bro, it would almost be a joke if you got hurt on the first play of the preseason. Like, you're supposed to be an elite athlete. How we getting hurt on the first play? So, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. I think if you're going to let him play, you let him spin for more than 1 series, unless the 1 series is like a 12-play, 80-yard drive or some type of thing like that. I say you let him spin for 2-3 series. But if you're not going to let him spin for 2-3 series, let's get some of the younger guys in the 2s, the guys doing some more competition. The left tackles got to play, the ones who are healthy enough. So, I'm okay right now. Now, I will have a problem if Caleb gets no snaps the entire 3-game preseason. I'll have a problem with that. But I think from some things that I've heard in the media, I think the plan is for him in game 2 to play an extended stay, like a quarter or something of that nature. So I want to see it. Like game 2, I want to see a quarter. Yeah. I'm getting my Stephen A. eyes on. I want to see it. But
So, go ahead.
Oh man, I agree with Coach Chef, man. What I'm really looking forward to I'm looking forward to 18's growth, but I'm really looking forward to Dennis Allen's defense. I am really looking forward to that, man. That man can coach a defense, man. Sending 2 safeties, on blitzes, you know what I'm saying? Moving DNs to tackles, and man, I really want to see this. And I want to see this kid right, this draft pick right, to see if he is, because they said he's fighting to be CB2.
Right.
Kid 6'4", 218, 220 pounds with range. I want to see this kid. I want to see him. I want to see him. I want to see him. And being coached by Dennis Allen, I really want to see him. And I also want to see Stevenson. You know what I mean? I know that he had a lot of mental hiccups last year. I don't know if that was coaching or that was just, he had a couple of hiccups, but the kid can ball. He can ball. In the last year, I wasn't feeling that, what I'm saying now. I was like, if I used profanity, he would have caught them all. He would have caught it. You know what I'm saying? But
we don't know what I'm saying yet.
You're right. Right. But yeah, man, I want to see this defense, man. I want to see Shamir Turner. I want to see how they use him in the rotation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to see that. I didn't hear you.
He's out. That the young D tackle out of A&M.
Shamir Turner is out?
Yeah, he's out. I think he's out. If I remember. I do want to see the semi-journeyman and Wright, Nashawn Wright. The good thing about him is that he's played under our current DB coach for 4 years when he was with the Cowboys. Like, he's got length. Mm-hmm. He just hasn't had an extended stay because of some injuries. But they say he's got the physicality, which, they play a lot of man in Dennis Allen's defense. So a guy like Stevenson, a guy like JJ, a guy like Nashawn Wright, these guys are, quote unquote, the prototypical corners that he wants in his scheme. So I'm excited to see more physical man defense. I'm excited to see every aspect. Man, look, look, you talking to a guy who watches the USFL, bro. I'm here for football, dog. So yeah, I don't hear, well, no, I don't want to see the third stringers play. And look, you know me. I'm a fan, but I played some balls. So when Joe Schmo six-pack be like, I don't want to see the third stringers, and Mitch Trubisky, and it, look, you know me. I go through my average Joe voice. I want to see anything. I'm gonna watch the whole game. I'm pretty damn sure I'm gonna fall asleep during the game because I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. So gotta have a DVR running. But I want to see all quarters. I want to see how they look. I want to see some guys who have got touch the field, how they perform in the lights, quote unquote, the lights. This is a day game. I want to see it all. I want to see the Victor Cruises
before they become Victor Cruises.
Right.
Say that again.
Yeah, say that one more time.
I said I want to see the Victor Cruises before they become the Victor Cruises. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I want to see it all. Yeah. I want to see a guy who has no shot at the team but might catch somebody else. Luther Burden. That's
another gift, man. I'm like, I must confess, during the draft, I was kind of confused by that. You know what I'm saying? Taking Burden at that spot, and we had just took Rome the year before. I'm like, man, he talking about giving up gifts. He's talking about giving gifts, and I think he may have struck on the left tackle with Ozzie, but I'm talking about that. We don't know how it's going to turn out. I like Luther Burden. Don't get me wrong. I like this kid. This kid is a baller. He's physical. He gets open once he gets the ball in his hand. He's there, man. But I was questioning the pick. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. I mean, how many more gifts? But most importantly, you take Colston, number one. And don't get me wrong, I like Colston too. But we don't we have a tight end one
that we just gave a lot of money to?
You know something I know? I don't. What?
You're right. we do have a tight end. But like I've been telling people, including Foulmouth, look, who calls. I'm not a Notre Dame fan, but I like tight end one. Okay, we play
so.
Ben Johnson and the Lions played the most 12 personnel in the league last year. You need 2 tight ends. I don't want to hear this. We got to. Hey, if Loveland's amazing, we got to get rid of Komet. No. Why are we trying to get rid of talent right now? Where in football do you get rid of talent because you've got someone in the wings? No.
You do it here. You do it here.
Put your talent on the field. There will be no trading of talent. We're not going to trade Braxton Jones because maybe Ozzie Trapillo becomes starter. No. You take the best guys you've got and you line them up.
Well, you do it.
Football.
They do it here. Greg Olsen. Look, Greg Olsen was tight end 1. What? I'm just hey, Steph. I'm just answering your question, man. I'm just asking your question. We know a Hall of Famer. We shipped a Hall of Famer off to the Panthers.
They did.
For what?
They did. I agree on that. No one was okay with that. No one in Chicago was okay with that.
Yeah. So that Loveland and Cole Kmet, like I thought I put more of it on coaching the last couple of seasons on Cole Kmet. You know what I'm saying? You can see the flashes. You can see it. They call him Big Stiffy. Some call him Big Stiffy. You know what I'm saying? But you can see that this kid could be that. And so when they took Colston, I'm like, I know Ben Johnson runs a 12 personnel. I like Colston. I like him. But I don't want to hear that nonsense about getting rid of Cole Kmet for a 4th round pick. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear
any of these guys who've projected starters for any reason. Unless you're blown away, definitely not Cole. I think there's a 0 chance you get rid of Cole Kmet because you need 2 bona fide tight ends in this system. They run a lot of 12 personnel, 12 personnel being 1 running back, 2 tight ends. They'll probably be top 5 in the league. I don't think they're getting rid of any of these guys unless I don't even think if say Braxton loses the left tackle job to Ozzie. It's football. He might get hurt.
As he should.
I'm in disagreement. I think that Braxton has played up and beyond the abilities of what people think. If you really go watch the film,
how can we tell? How can we tell?
32 left tackles in the NFL. We saw the drop off when he got hurt. That's a fact. He was a 5th round pick. So you can't tell me this guy hasn't played up and beyond a 5th round draft pick who started since day 1.
How many games a year has he played since he's been here?
Until last year, he's played double-digit games every season. Remember, he had a very serious injury last year. You know, the ankle, leg. That was very serious. Braxton's played every game since he's come out of Southern Utah, which was underwhelming for a lot of us. We're talking about even last year he played 12. So you're talking about 17, 11, and 12. He's played 40 games in the past 3 seasons. And for those who have heard whether I remember we brought a guy on with the guys on Tuesday who talked about Braxton and he gets beat. First of all,
Braxton's legs are made out of toothpicks, though. And so getting ankle surgery is not making me feel too good.
Gotten beat. There are 32 left tackles in the NFL, and the fact is, whether you go PFF, whether you watch tape with an offensive line coach who specializes in what you're seeing, Braxton is well above average of the top 16 left tackles in the NFL.
Man, because you know what?
Once we don't sign that guy, once we're not going to sign him, you're probably going to move in the future. I guarantee you that guy will be a starting left tackle for another team.
I'll be so glad.
I don't want to get rid of anybody.
I'll be so glad when Ozzie takes that position. I'll be so glad because that's what I want to see. Why? Because the kid has moxie, and that's where they churn offensive linemen out. Where Ozzie's from, they turn them out. Yeah. What?
I mean, I say we've drafted 1st round, 2nd round tackles from Boston College before, and I'm not saying that he's those guys, but I'm just saying
Yeah, I'm saying this one. I'm saying this one. He needs to be. Check it out. Braxton needs to be his backup. My opinion. Again, I preference all of this. I preference all of this. I said these are my opinions. These are my opinions. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to like them. You know what I'm saying? These are my opinions.
We're here to hash out. We're here to hash out our disagreements and our agreements.
Yeah. Check it out.
I think our tackles are in a good spot. No matter who wins.
Me also. I agree.
I don't. If Ozzie wins the job, what I'm saying is that I've heard it a lot especially from fans. If Ozzie Shapiro out of Boston College with his legacy, if he wins, we got to trade Braxton Jones for a third-round pick. Shut your ass up. No. Because guess what? This is
you don't trade him.
Ozzie is not ready yet. If something was to happen to Ozzie Shapiro,
that's what I'm saying, Commish. I agree with you, Commish. Like, no, you don't trade him. You don't trade Braxton Jones. No.
Of this talent, because I want to see this talent come together on the field. I want to see what we got. I think, literally, I'm going to say this. It's not how about it. This is the most talented team from a schematic 1 through 100, 1 through 153, whatever you want to call it. This is the most talented by position roster the Bears have had since rookie year niche. And
so what's the question mark on this team? What's the question mark on this team for this team?
Come on, man. The question mark is always the same as football. It's the coach and the quarterback. Come on. It would be the question mark until he's a certified veteran. I mean, that's every team. Almost every team. In fact, literally every team in this division has a question at quarterback because none of the guys are solidified as bona fide starters. Not even Green Bay, FGB. That guy starts off fast.
I think Detroit solidified.
Detroit. They have a bona fide quarterback, but they don't have bona fide coaches because remember they have brand new OCDC play callers on both ends. So I still think it's the most talented team that the Bears have put together from top to bottom. The only weakness I would say this team has is that defensive end as a group. With not enough guys.
I don't know. I'm looking at that linebacker position, man. And Dennis Allen needs to get something out of them because I'm used to seeing Chicago Bears linebackers, real linebackers.
TJ Edwards is nice. They say they're switching Mike and the linebacker.
Edwards was good. Edmonds not so much, man. And I'm saying maybe that was the scheme.
I'm hearing that Edmonds is having a good camp, though. He's been making a lot of plays in camp, I should be saying. So
that's Dennis Allen.
I have a question. I think maybe not you, Ant, because you're not you don't take me as a social media guy and the new age idea of sports. But besides the idea of debating on television and on lives like this about the team you love and sporting issues. But I remember there was a time where it was okay to be average. Like we traffic in a world nowadays where being average, quote unquote, your 9 to 5, your 2.5 kids, that seems to be viewed as underwhelming. Same thing with sports. If a guy plays 10 years in any sport and he's a contributor, a starter, but not an all-star, then all of a sudden we're like, oh, he's mid, he's trash, he's a plumber. If you play professional sports, you've already beat the stats of the rest of regular America. And what's wrong? Everybody can't be an all-star. Everyone can't be an all-pro. Everyone can't be a Pro Bowler. Everyone can't be a Hall of Famer. You're going in a 53-man roster, 11 starters on offense and defense, 22 altogether. Everybody's not going to be everything, all worlds. You're going to have some glue guys, right?
Right. I'm
just like, what happened to being okay with certain positions being adequate enough to be certified starters? What's the stat they use? They use it in baseball WAR. Your wins above replacement, as long as it's not you're equal to a backup. You're supposed to surpass it by a game or two or something. They have that now in football, the war aspect. And we talk about guys. Yes, I think based on his contract that he signed, yes, Tremaine Edwards has underwhelmed based on only the fact that he was paid like a top tier linebacker. But he has not underperformed as a scrub. I think at worst, you could say he's been average only based on the fact that he was paid what he was paid, not his actual ability.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. So he was paid what he was paid because Bears management looked at him as above average.
Okay.
That's why he was paid what he was paid. He has yet, I mean, for us seeing him live up to that.
Above average.
Fair. Right. We have yet to live up to that.
100%.
So, and you said, so average, man, it's like for Bears fans, for me, like you said, I'm not social media type. My son does a lot of streaming and all that. I'm not with that, man. I watch. I've been a fan for so long. Average doesn't get it. For me, average, it just doesn't get it, man. Especially when, and it's not. Let me go back a little bit. It's not just the money. It's what I've been used to seeing. Bears linebackers are
middle linebackers.
They're linebackers, man. You know what I'm saying? Roquan Smith was a good linebacker. He's a Chicago Bears linebacker. He's a tackling machine, but he wasn't a turnover mate. You know, he didn't turn up. He didn't make people turn over. He's a tackling machine, though.
I think that's the new age safety with him that the ball because he's an off-ball linebacker. Yeah.
That part.
What's he doing with the Ravens?
Oh man, the same thing. Hey, I didn't say I was good with that. I didn't say I was good with the trade. I'm saying he was a tackling machine. He was a bear. And that's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. I'm tired of average. Especially at certain positions. They do. Should I name them? Should I name the positions, or should we move on this average tip? I'm tired of the average quarterback. I'm tired of the average quarterback. I'm tired of the average running back. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of them not figuring out who's receiver one. And so I'm guessing that goes with the quarterback number who's receiver one goes with average quarterback. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Hey, check this out. Again, my opinion. I haven't seen him play this year, but as always, been a fan for 50 years. Ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's my team, but I'm tired of average. We went out there. They got the best, who they thought was the best head coach, the best coaches, running back coach, Bahenemy, quarterbacks coach, wide receiving coach, Anton Rather. They went out and got it. And check it out. I am fired up. I am pumped up more than anybody. I want to see him play. That's it.
That's why I think the excuses are there's no more excuses for Caleb to not be able to take a step or a leap forward. So, but he doesn't have to take a dramatic leap, that big leap to where.
More? I was just about to say they all conjoined at the hip now. You got the general manager, you got the coach, and you got the quarterback. All three of them, they're conjoined at the hip. They're not going anywhere. So whether he succeeds this year or fails, they're not going anywhere. So
you're right. That's a fact. No matter how bad it looks this year, God forbid, no one's going anywhere this year unless they turn into the Raiders.
They'll be back next year as well.
Yeah.
So I disagree that when people say Caleb has no excuses, I disagree because you got a rookie deal for a reason. Like you're gonna get 4 years regardless whether they spin him.
No, he's no excuses to not be able to take a step forward. If he plateaus and stays the same and looks just as bad as he did last year, that's not going to be a good look at all. The people are going to really start being like,
agreed, Commish. Agreed.
Doesn't have to take the huge step forward and get us into the Super Bowl, but he needs to start showing some sort of growth.
I agree. He should show growth, but I'm just going to make this comparison on what happened. This is a different fan base. This is one of the charter franchises. The Giants and Daniel Jones got an extended stay when he probably shouldn't have, and they rolled that thing for about 6 years. So he's going to play. So just the reality. And the Daniel Jones growth, I think his best season he threw for 16 touchdowns and got them to a playoff game. I think he got a win too, but that's with Saquon. So we're going to see Caleb here for
no. They made a choice. The Giants made a choice to let Saquon go to pay Jones. So that was just stupidity. The Giants had to, you know what I'm saying? They took Jones and said, you know what? This is our guy. Saquon, go test the market. What?
I think they had buyer's remorse as soon as he signed.
I know they do. They should. They should. Now they're running. Now they got 3 quarterbacks over there, man. You got Russell Wilson. You got
Jameis.
Man, come on, man. Yeah. Well, that's them.
Gonna eat that W. It's like, stop, brother. Stop.
That's them. Hey, I have one question for you guys. This running back thing. As everybody know, how I feel about Swift. Hasn't changed. But what I'm told is Swift has been balling. He's been balling out. But this kid, what's his name? Mangini?
Manangai?
Manangai. 7th round from Rutgers.
That's who I want to see. I'm curious to see how it looks like.
I'm told that he's pushing him. Eric Bieniemy has this kid running through brick walls. That's what I'm told. So
they're different.
I brought up.
Yeah.
I brought that up to say, yeah.
In the beginning part of it, he was the one where Bieniemy was telling him his feet look like he's moving like an old ass.
Yeah, exactly. There was an OTAs. Yeah. And now the kid is running through brick walls for him, man. So hey, I want to see how that turns out.
We've disagreed on the DeAndre Swift thing. I think just because once again that's our expectations as the Bears fans. We've seen you've seen Walter Payton in his prime. We've seen the Neil Anderson. We've seen my man from Tulane, Matt Forte. We've seen Jordan Howard, who had a good run. We've seen rookie Anthony Thomas. We've seen just Montgomery. We've seen those guys. Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm going to say is the deal he signed, once again, for what we signed him for, you expect a little more. I would also say he was misused last year, especially the first 3 games. I think at the end of the season, he finished extremely strong. He's still a big play guy. Yes, we've all said it. He has issues between the tackles. But guess what? He's not that guy. Now I would want him to be more decisive inside the tackles, but that's why you have a role. And that's
why you have Johnson. That's why you
have these different backs. But I like Swift. I like his versatility. Me and JB got into it about comparing Swift with my man out of New Orleans, Kamara. I saw that. Who would you take? Well, of course at this point you take Swift. You know what I'm saying? At this point, of course you take Swift, man. And that's what I was trying to tell JB. At this point of their career, I'm taking the younger guy. I'm taking the guy who's been healthier. I'm taking that guy now. Now, is their prime? I take Kamara, but people forget Kamara is ultimate. He's the ultimate dual threat because it's not like Kamara was out here putting up 1,200 yards on rushing, but he would put together 1,700 yards of combined yardage, and that includes receiving, that includes rushing, that includes punt return. So yeah, he showed more versatility. But let's not act like although he's had some drops in series. Doesn't act like this guy can't catch the ball. He's a versatile guy. I think he was greatly misused. But then again, you could say that for the entire goddamn offense last year. Everybody was greatly misused last year. Under.
Oh, that's not what you said, though. I don't want to get.
What did I say? That's not what I said. I've always said they were greatly misused.
I don't want to get into.
No, you're not.
What did I say? What did I say?
You didn't. I don't want to go back to last year, man, because we can't do anything about it. But that's not what you said. That's not what you said last year about everybody was great, everybody was misused. That is not what you said. No. Did he commit? Did he commit that everybody was misused last year?
Hey, you know me.
I'll say I don't remember him.
The film.
I don't remember him bragging about people being used in the right. Like, I don't remember him saying that. Like, oh yeah, everyone's being used in the right spot.
Okay, maybe you know it's me, man. I'm just an old man. What do I know?
I ain't never said that.
What do I know, man? What do I know, man? Come on. Yeah, right.
But
right.
along with the guy, though, I am curious.
I consistently said they were all misused incorrectly. Cole Kmet, there were games where he didn't have targets. The misusing of Swift early in the year, and not even y'all thought he should have been used more as a run, more as a receiver in the slot.
The only
person who was only used appropriately the way he was supposed to, kind of, was DJ, because they were like, hey, we got to get this guy the ball, so let's put him in the backfield. This coaching staff has continued that. He might have been the only guy who was used, even, trying to be force-fed because he's that guy. But the entire offense was misused in entirety last year from game 1 to game 17. I thought that 100%. So
real quick, guys, I want to ask, we got about 15 minutes left. There's a few other guys that before our show ends here at 9.
Why's the show ending so soon?
What's up?
Why's the show ending so soon?
Well, we usually go for an hour, and this opening one, we're doing an hour and a half.
Okay.
Because the game is about to come on, Chef. It gives us a half an hour for the game.
The game
10.
Correct. That's insane. Normally, we end our show. We give an hour before the game actually comes on to give me and other people opportunities.
Hey, man, we didn't break down the depth chart yet, man. We can see. Something told me to write. I try to be an organized guy.
So let's get out. Let's go real quick.
We get today. I was in my ball.
We have next week. We have next week. Straight up, because I'm sure. What I'm going to tell you next week, you're going to want to break the depth chart down. You really are. You're going to want to. We're going to want to dive into that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have next week. Yeah.
But
go ahead, Commish.
The new guys that coming on there, we got a lot of new defensive players. As far as Grady Jarrett, we also played a lot of money to Deo Adengbo. So that guy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like I said, hopefully those guys make an impact today, and we see a bit of them onto the field as well, especially today. Out of all the guys,
Bro,
I'm not sure. Grady Jarrett being a veteran, I'm not sure how much he's got left in the tank. Go ahead.
You had me tweaking. I thought I was hearing noises from my neighbor. I was like,
the voices are back. They're back.
No, I knew what it was. That's why I was sitting back like, yeah. And I'm looking at you, Chef. Like, you're like.
I'm like, guys, go ahead. I gotta take my dogs out to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. But go ahead and talk about like I said, the other players coming up.
Sorry. Yo, I live in Phoenix now, so my neighbors are pretty solid people. But I was about to say, what my neighbors know about Henry Belafonte?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm looking at you like, do you know who that is?
I know who it is. Don't get the
All right, Sunday morning, Eric Belafonte? Come on, man. I'm like, hey, actually, I need to go to Phoenix. I need to be in Phoenix, man.
I had to take my headphones off. I was like, hey, look, let's be honest. The demographic of my neighbors has greatly changed from living in Park Forest. But I was like,
okay,
hey, Belafonte, I know they don't play no Eric Belafonte out here. Okay, so with commission taking the dogs out, something I definitely want to get into is a battle, a position battle. So we got we've got left tackle, we've got Jones and Ozzie Chapillo, we've got the receiver 3, we've got competition with now I don't know how to use doggone internet. We've got Alameda Zacchaeus, we've got Luther Burton, we've got those guys battling for receiver number 3. We've got a cornerback 2 with Nashawn Wright, since JJ is going to be out the season, and Stevenson. We've got linebacker 3 competition with Noah Sewell and Ruben.
The
Ruben. So give me something you're excited to see. I mean, I've recorded. You know what?
I'm glad you mentioned again. I'm gonna go back to that linebacker, because Sewell, I had high expectations from him last year. You know what I mean? And
I thought he was gonna take that number 3.
I just knew he was gonna take a starting spot. He's gonna take somebody's spot. You know, but with this Ruben Hippolyte and Dennis Allen, I always preface it by saying Dennis Allen. His defense, man. Maybe he makes Sewell that guy that I was looking for last year. You know what I mean? Maybe he makes Maybe he makes him that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
As much as now, I'm going to say this, and for those who have been listening for years, I have a very strong opinion about how Bears fans, a certain demographic of Bears fans, feels about these unsigned free agent players who make certain groups of people feel like themselves, like, he's just like me. He reminds me of myself. No, he doesn't.
He's from here. He's from here. He's from here. He's going to ball out. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Now, I want to say this as best I can. I am a Bears fan first. And I'm always going to be a Bears fan. And there's players who I'm going to want to see play just like everyone else. But what I don't like is when a particular player at a particular position reminds you of something that they are not, and we over dramatize their ability and their the way they are. Give me a second, because like I said, I'm on the computer, the laptop, and I'm on my phone. So I'm going to bring this up real fast. Hold on. So last year we had a linebacker who people loved. I didn't dislike the young man, but I think he was being greatly over dramatized about his ability on the field. And that young man's name now I can't remember it. He's no longer with the Bears. Guys are like, oh, we've got to keep him long term. He's the future. He reminds me of Jack Sanborn. Now, when Jack Sanborn was signed, I was like, that's a great signing. A guy who's played in the Big Ten. He was a captain, and he's got a nose for the football. But they did the same thing that they did to Nick Wasowski, for those who don't remember his name.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say this. He had a look that a certain demographic of fans were kind of had an affection for. So whenever he was on the field, we were like, oh, he's the better linebacker. He's always by the ball. He's not a starter, guys. And I don't want guys to do that now. So, yes, I thought Noah Sewell would take his job. All right, Chris, we appreciate it. I thought Noah Sewell was going to take that job. Man? And he didn't. And Jack Sanborn hung on to that number 3 position whenever they went base defense for 2 years. This year, I've heard Noah Sewell's name a lot more in camp. I've heard that he stood out enough to when they do go base, he'll be out there. So the guy who I thought he used to be, remember, he was a guy who was drafted later than most projected because of his family lineage. His brother is an all-pro tackle for the Lions. That family is athletic. So with Dennis Allen, like you said, I think this guy is going to hit a stride of being a guy who we thought that we were getting when we drafted him in, I think, the 5th or 6th round 2 years ago. Well, technically it'd be 3 years now.
So this will be his third season. This will be his third season.
Third season. Mm-hmm. But a guy who we thought might take that base third linebacker position. I like Ruben Hippolyte, although he was greatly, everyone says he was greatly overdrafted. There were guys said you could have got that guy as a free agent. You could have got that guy as a 7th rounder. But maybe they saw something
in
professional. Maybe they saw something.
I mean, fourth round linebacker.
I'm not. He was 4'4". He's a little undersized on height, but he's rushing his speed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
4.42. 4.42. 52 games. 52 games. Yeah.
Maybe sometimes
52 games in college, running a 4.42.
Yeah. 4-star, 5-star guy, and he's in the NFL now. But I'm looking forward to see that. I'm looking forward to see the battle at defensive end, really. Dangbo, Dominique Robinson, Austin Booker. I want to see who's the second DN. Who's opposite of Montez Sweat. And just the thing, because we heard so many things from Dom Rob when the pass went on, because obviously he's an athlete. He played in Miami of Ohio. He was a converted wide receiver to defensive end, but he hasn't had a sack since his very first game 3 years ago against a perennial Hall of Famer. A sack and a half. He's been pretty much invisible. Is he going to make this team? Mm-hmm. But hearing the reports, I had an idea if he doesn't work at defensive end. What if, because we've seen it before, we've seen guys have position changes, right? With his background wide receiver, and Dennis Allen even said he still has a lot to learn as a defensive end. Now, he's going into the last year of his rookie deal. What if we convert that guy, they convert that guy to tight end?
Oh, man. It sounds like a good idea, but the tight end room is loaded. It's just like the receivers on the Bears, man. Where would he fit? Where would he fit?
If you take away Komet and Loveland, I don't think we have a tight end 3.
I think that's another. We have 5 tight ends on the roster right now. 5.
We have them on the roster.
Right, and so hypothetically taking a D lineman and turning him into a tight end. And I hear you. And
Zach Miller, a former division, technically a 1AA quarterback who was a very productive tight end for us until he tore his knee up, unfortunately for him. But Dom Rob is 27 years old. This is going to his 4th season. He's 6'5", 275. You switch that number from 90 to 80 or 89, and maybe you get an increased third blocker from. I mean, what do you want from your third tight end? You want blocking? You want a couple.
I am under.
He was a converted wide receiver, so he has that athleticism to receive the ball. But with that size, if he's still that behind in 4 years, he's got Dennis Allen, who he converted in college, and Dennis Allen, he's a new DC, and this guy's played 3 years in the league, and he hasn't produced anything. He's been invisible. If it doesn't work,
it is that part right there. It's that part right there, Chef. He has been invisible. So if he can't turn it up a notch at DN, D lineman, D tackle, check it out. We've given him the chance. Don't take another roster spot and place him there. No, man. No. I mean,
walking papers at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
He won't be re-signed. Like, this is the end of his rookie deal. This is the 4th year of his rookie deal.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying he's still young enough to where if DN isn't his business, so he's so quote unquote he still has a lot to learn, which theoretically, yes, he was a late convert. Going from receiver to a high school receiver and being recruited as a receiver, then playing DN and putting on 30, 40 pounds, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. And he played in the MAC, so maybe when he got drafted, you were looking at potential because he's like, hey, he's turning up this competition. It's still a mid-major. Guys come out of the MAC all the time who are great players, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger, all those guys. But if DN is not the position where he still seems like he's so far behind the quote-unquote average DN, maybe putting his head around and playing offense may bring something out of him that he did before. Now, as a receiver, you're not putting your head around. But
it's not a perception. It's not perception, Coach. You know what I'm saying, Chef? It's not perception. He is behind. This is it.
No, I know.
My opinion, this is it. Yeah. Man, go out there and ball out on the D side of the ball. Go out there and ball out. If not,
so
that's
real quick,
it.
Want to just change directions a little bit real quick before we head off. One of the last kind of questions and subject I wanted to bring up to you guys is our backup QB. Who do you feel more comfortable, or would you prefer to see as a backup getting that role, either Tyson Bagent or the other guy, Case Keenum?
Can I answer first? That's a no-brainer. Tyson Bagent. You know, it got to the point where they're talking about trading Tyson Bagent, trading him to Minnesota because Minnesota don't know what they at, and keeping Case Keenum. Hey, I just read that today. I just read that this morning. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, it's Tyson Bagent. Tyson Bagent is QB2.
Where did you read that at?
Read it. Bears.
Send that to me.
Bears something.
Put that in the chat.
It was on the internet. It was on the internet. They talking about the Bears potentially trading him. Hey, check it out. I'm a Tyson Bagent guy. Period. To me, he's QB2. Period. There's no competition. Case Keenum, Tyson Bagent all day for me.
Coach Chef, who do you prefer or would like to see as your as the QB number 2?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't give a damn because we already have.
Wow. I
don't care.
Right.
Oh,
and this is why I'm gonna tell you why I don't care. This is why I don't care who's QB number 2, because Caleb played 17 games last year and he got his ass kicked. He led the NFL in sacks. So one, that tells me the kid is tough. He's headstrong and he's stubborn because he didn't bring his ass off the field. So I don't give a damn who's quarterback.
He did.
Not leaving the field.
Did. Bagent played 4 games last year and was 2-2.
No. That was the year before with Justin Fields. Caleb started all 17 games. So it's irrelevant because the Bears they're gonna keep 3 quarterbacks. To me, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
But
I usually don't use irrelevant for football, but Caleb's gonna play 17 games. Who your backup is, we'll worry about that when it happens. But we're going to keep 3 for 2 reasons. One, we've been asking, and people greatly underrate the veteran quarterback in the room. It's not enough to just have the QB coach and the head coach. You need a veteran quarterback because last year, who was the veteran quarterback? Tyson Bagent.
You don't.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, you
need it.
You need a Tyson Bagent. You need a Tyson Bagent. You don't need Case Keenum.
Listen. Wait a minute. I let you. To me, it's irrelevant because you need a veteran in the room because a veteran who's got the snaps, who's been successful, who's failed, to ask questions. It's kind of like that thing with your parents, right? When you're a kid, you got parents and you got siblings. Both of you had siblings, right? Big brother, big sister, something.
Yeah.
Okay. There were things that, although your parents were your parents and they're doing their best to raise you, there were things that you were afraid to ask of your parents, advice, things that you didn't know how to ask, or just things that you didn't know how to get across to a coach. And who did you go to? You went to your older sibling, an older cousin, someone who could relate to you but had a little more life experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a veteran quarterback is. Hey, maybe the veteran quarterback can say, hey, what are your questions of some things that maybe you weren't thinking of? Or maybe they can give you some insight based on their career playing at a high level that you didn't think about. That even the coach who is experienced, but is still a coach who hasn't necessarily played. Remember, Case Keenum has won a playoff game. Case Keenum has won double-digit games. Case Keenum has seen every coverage in the NFL in his face. He's seen it. He's also failed in this league. So maybe having that veteran can help Caleb.
Yeah, he's a statue. He's a statue.
So, all right,
he's a statue at this point.
I'm not talking about
I got to get out of here.
Yeah, we're about to end this too. Amp, thanks for joining us and whatnot.
Bear down.
Of course, always bear down. So you don't got to do the claw.
No.
I just want to hear him say no. I just like hearing him every time I do it. I like hearing him going, no, don't do that.
Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and put it.
It reminds me of the first Happy Gilmore movie because they made a second one. Which Lee Trevino would always pop up when Happy was doing something bad and be like,
oh, yeah. But anyways, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here and put a bow on this one. We got an hour before it's kickoff time. I will say real quick, I just want to put out there, I put the link in the chat, guys. Anyone that's interested in doing fantasy football or playing with the members here of the Clubhouse, there is the link there. We got Frank the Tank playing. We have JB Stats. Of course, myself, the Crooked Commish is in there. So it's a free league. Doesn't cost anything. But if you do win, we will put your name on our Clubhouse belt that you see back there. Frank just got his name put on there. Yeah, it's back there. Trust me, it's back there. So, like I said, guys, it's filling up. We have a few spots left. So if you're interested in playing fantasy football with members here at the Clubhouse, like I said, please go ahead and join and have some fun with us. And Coach Chef, that includes you as well. I know being free, it takes away a little bit of the appeal to it, but like I said, getting your name on that thing and kind of getting some bragging rights is always good to have in your back pocket as well. So,
hey, we've got to get something for this show. We've got to work on some tech. We could put the like and subscribe in the corner. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does not cost you anything to hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything to, when you hit the subscribe button, to hit notifications so you know when we're going to go live. Okay. This is a live streaming podcast. Every show that we have on this network is live streaming. There's no tape delay. So hit notifications. Make sure that you're a part of our network, a part of our core fans, people who want to hear us dialogue about the Bears and other teams, the Bears, the Blackhawks, the Sox, the Cubs, the Bulls, okay? Yeah. The Sky. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit us with the HBO special. Help some brothers out. Okay. Second thing in closing, thank you for all the shout outs. Thank you, Foulmouth. Thank you for everyone who chimed in. We will definitely keep the comments coming. Tell somebody. Tell a friend. Phone a friend. Text a friend. Hey, look. We got these three guys who do the pregame show. I love Crooked Commish. I feel like I'm the old man like Amp. I got a lot to say, and I don't like that young motherfucker, Coach Chef. Yeah, because I'm the youngest of the group. That's okay. I still look like I'm starting my prime in my 30s. So, let them know. I got some opinions. I got a thing to say about you, young Joe Schmo average fan. Yeah, we gotta get the backups. We gotta let Jack Sanborn and JP Richardson. They're the future. No, they ain't the future. They not the future.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how they do in this preseason game there. If they keep making a name for themselves, you're going to be.
Hey, sports is supposed to be the ultimate autocracy. If I'm saying that correctly, that means the best who perform will play. That's what sports is the king of. Should be the best proven athletes with ability, knowledge, and awareness and aggression will play this game at the highest level to produce wins. But what I will say is I'm eager to watch the entire game that I will fall asleep watching because I've only been working on 3 hours of sleep. And Mountain Time, it is only 9 o'clock. Well, in Central Time, it is 11.
Right.
For those, shout out to Crooked Commission. What you supposed to get me in your other league, dog? What up to the other league you supposed to get me in?
Yeah,
Where that cat show? I can't get in this year.
No, I'll talk to you about it off when we get done here. So,
No problem.
Any other?
Share the link. I'm going to send this out to some people. Hey, I want to shout out a couple things personally. I want to shout out my family and friends. I want to shout out just in Atlanta a little while ago. Got to see my niece, my sister, and my brother-in-law. I want to shout out everyone who tuned in. Stay tuned. This is going to be a good year, man. This show's going to be worth watching every Sunday morning before you go watch the Bears put the thump into whoever the hell they playing. Shout out to my alma mater, Thorn Ridge High School, Dalton, Illinois. Literally 5 minutes outside of Chicago. Thorn Ridge, stand up. South Suburbs, stand up. South side of Chicago, stand up. I will be home next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and part of Monday. I'm coming home. Got to get some food, man. Got to get me some Hurls. Got to get me some Maxwells. Got to get me some pizza because got to find somewhere where I can get some fried fish because finding a fried fish joint out here has been trying. I've never thought I would miss fried catfish, but I am missing it greatly.
Hey, man. Well, good to hear that you're going back to the motherland, but just so you know.
Hey, come back.
Come
back over here to Phoenix and stuff like that.
This is my new home, man. Phoenix, Arizona. I ain't that far. Like I said, me and Cricket, you took me to play my first 9 holes of golf, man. I greatly appreciated you sending me videos of the golf thing. I'm working on getting me some clubs. Money's tight right now. I got a lot of trips. Just came back from Vegas. Just came back from Atlanta. Going to Chicago. Should be going to Vegas again at the end of the month. So things are a little tight, but we gonna get it together. We gonna get back out here in this heat to play another 9 holes, and it'd be 95 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Just remember, you asked for it, so
I did. I got on your ass. I was like, "Hey, bro, you told me when I got here a year ago, you was gonna take me play some golf, dog."
It's something you gotta mentally prepare for. I'm gonna have a heat stroke, so you know what I mean.
Bro, I was hitting balls, didn't know where the fuck the ball was going, bro. Promise you. I'm so glad we went with because, bro, I was like, yo, where that? If it wasn't rolling, if I didn't scoot it like I was shooting, like I was throwing rocks on the pond, I didn't know where that thing was going.
If it got any kind of loft or air into it, it just might as well drifted out of the fucking ozone layer at that point. There it is. There it goes. Right. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us. Please, like I said, hit Come on, Chubbs. Calm your ass down, Chubbs. Go do that shit somewhere else over there with that guy all on the hips. Next thing you know, you're doing that thrust, and I ain't down with that. So,
oh man.
But anyways, guys, be safe out there, be good out there. But if you can't be good, damn it, be good at it at least.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Wolves all day, baby.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse.